Hey guys, welcome back. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about Geissele triggers. Geissele makes triggers for a number of different firearms. Mostly they're noted for their AR-15 triggers, but they do make triggers for other firearms. Firearms such as the SCAR, which I have here in front of me. The trigger for the SCAR is called the Super SCAR. It comes in a package like this, and you know, they're not inexpensive, but they are definitely worth the investment. I'm going to put this trigger in my SCAR 16. I already have a Super SCAR in my SCAR 17, which is set up here. I'll show you first of all what the trigger pull looks like on my 16S before doing the installation. Got my handy Lyman digital trigger pull gauge here. And we'll get it zeroed out, make sure the gun's clear and cocked. Hit ready, and let's see what we get for a trigger pull. The SCARs have decent triggers, some of them. I've also seen some with some bad triggers. Okay, so that one reads 5 pounds, 12 ounces. Not too bad for a military trigger. They are gritty, but it's a usable trigger pull. It's on par with an AR-15, really. Let's see if we get this to 0 here. We'll do one more. All right, 5 pounds, 6 ounces. So, to give you an idea of what a SCAR or Super SCAR trigger might do for your gun, we'll come over here to the 17, which already has a Super SCAR installed, and do a quick test. Two-stage trigger, you say I just took the slack out. Now it breaks cleanly. 3 pounds, 15 ounces. Zero it out, do it again. So the trigger pull is definitely lighter, but what you'll also notice is, first of all, it's two-stage, and it's a much cleaner, crisper trigger pull. More usable. 3 pounds, 11 ounces. So that's a fairly light trigger pull, but it's still usable. It's not like you're going to get double taps or anything off the bench. Sometimes if you get your triggers too light with a semi-automatic rifle, you can actually bump fire it. I've had that happen with semi-automatic rifles when shooting off the bench. That's not too light. This rifle shoots really well, and typically speaking, the better your trigger is, the better your groups are going to be. If you want to tighten up your groups on a rifle that's already fairly accurate, putting a better trigger in it can certainly help achieve those tighter groups. What we're going to do now is we're going to take this Super SCAR trigger and put it into my 16S. You guys may not know this about me, but me and tools, we don't get along so well. I suck with tools. So my cameraman is going to put this trigger in. We'll do a quick collage. I don't want to go over the entire installation process. That's not what this video is about. If you do a search here on YouTube, you will find plenty of installation videos that detail the installation of Super SCAR triggers. But we'll show you basically what it looks like, and then we'll do a little bit of shooting with the rifles, and I'll give you some more commentary and some thoughts on the Super SCAR trigger system. Let's take a look at it being installed. Before we do the trigger swap, let's fire a group out of the rifle using some 69 grain match ammunition from Black Hills. I'm using a Bro BTO. I'm a real big fan of these sights. I love them. Bright, clear optics. You will see a full review on this optic coming up here really soon. But yeah, I think I'll probably wind up leaving this optic on this particular rifle because it seems to be a great combination. Do a 5-shot group. We'll do the trigger swap, and then we'll see what the groups look like afterwards. All right, even through this 4-power optic at 100 yards, I can see the group. It's a little bit off center. Again, the rifle is zeroed with M193 ball. The match ammunition's a little bit off. The point of impact is shifted, but the group's not that bad. The trigger in my 16S isn't horrible. Let's do the trigger swap and see what we've gained. All right, so the trigger is in the Scar 16S, and let's see what the trigger pull looks like weight-wise. So you can see that second stage comes in right around 2 pounds 8 ounces, and then onto the brake, 3 pounds 15 ounces. Let's do one more. First stage, a little over 2 pounds. Brakes, that one's 4 pounds 1 ounce. Do one more. £3 pounds 12 ounces. So we're looking at about 3 pounds 12 ounces on the trigger pull, which is very consistent with what I see out of my 17S and the Geissele trigger that I put in it. So now that we got it installed, let's do a little bit of shooting, see how it feels. Now that we have the trigger installed, let's see what kind of group we can get, see what that trigger feels like. I will say that trigger is vastly improved. It will surprise you every time it goes off. Definite improvement. All right, let's take a look at the group sizes. Before the Super Scar installation, this is a 5-shot group using the Black Hill 69 grain ammo. And we're looking at right at about an inch and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8. About an inch and 5/8 group. After the installation, looking at about an inch and 3/8. So definite improvement. I mean, you're not seeing a drastic improvement in group sizes. The trigger isn't horrible, or wasn't horrible in my 16 before the installation of the Super Scar. But what I will say is, and my cameraman will confirm this, before you knew when the gun was going to go off. I'm just used to shooting cruddy military triggers. After they put the Super Scar in the gun, it surprises you every time it goes off. It's a good match quality trigger. So there you have it. Definitely improved the groups a little bit for me. Probably do even better once I shoot it a little bit more. I hope you guys enjoyed taking a look at the Super Scar trigger from Geissele. I have them now obviously in both my 16S and my 17S. The installation is a little bit challenging. If you've never done it before, definitely watch one of the tutorial videos. If you have any questions about anything you've seen in this video, you can of course ask those questions on our Facebook page. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/military arms. Also, please come by and check out Copper Custom. That's our online store. If you want to support the Military Arms channel, that's the best possible way to do it. We have a lot of great products at great prices. And if you haven't already, please check out full30.com. That's full30.com. It's a shooting community by us, for us. A lot of the top content creators are featured there. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll talk to you guys soon.